I'm Isabel Lee.
And I'm Luis Fernandez.
And we're Forsyth Fire Escape. The scallion pancake burrito on the outside is a scallion pancake that is a Chinese side dish. It's got thick, flaky layers and with scallions inside, and we use a sesame paste. And then inside the burrito is a layer of guacamole, queso frito, pernil, and then it's topped with a lemongrass chili crisp oil, which is a sweet and spicy chili crisp.
Let's start with the bucket. Moving from LA to New York is probably the best way to do it.
Oh, we're bringing it all the way back. So we were watching Game 7, and right when the Lakers won, I got a call from the landlord. He's like, dude, don't worry about it. COVID, you don't have to pay for that. Yeah. And the rent in LA everywhere was just higher than anything that I found in New York because obviously, COVID deals.
And I was like, fuck it, let's move to New York.
I started getting homesick. You know, a lot of the restaurants were closed. Wasn't able to eat out as much. And then I started making scallion pancakes. I think I was just inspired being in Chinatown.
Yeah, I was eating pernil every single day.
At least 4 times a week. And so now I'm eating pernil all the time. And then I'm also making the scallion pancakes. And so we have these things at home and I'm just playing around with it. And eventually it just became this burrito.
It started off as something fun.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like, let's sell everything. How do we sell something?
Yeah. We're both very entrepreneur driven. I've always loved food. I never imagined myself going into the food and beverage industry. All these different aspects of our lives created the perfect storm to start this. Just all this inspiration around us to make this Chinese Thai Dominican burrito. You know what I mean? I mean, I was inspired just growing up eating Mexican food.
When we were making the scallion pancake, the guac, that was very much LA and the scallion pancake. And I was like, maybe we should have pernil. Maybe we should have queso frito. Isabel trying to make the pernil. And she's like, I think I did it. And I tasted it. I was like, this is not the Dominican pernil, I promise you.
Yeah, we FaceTimed his mom. You know, they're not following a recipe book.
Right.
So she's like, well, just add that much. Being able to figure out what the actual recipe is, transcribing it into measurements and then tweaking it a little bit. There's a lot of different flavors going on, and so for it to complement each other, they have to be able to, one can't be too salty and they kind of have to balance each other out.
We started doing the bucket thing. It was awesome. We did that for about 6 weeks. We met Grace Young.
She's a huge proponent for Chinatown. Grace Young found out about us through Mall Street Girls. She came.
Yeah, Mall Street Girls really
it.
put us on.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mall Street Girls.
I think 4 weeks went by. She DM'd me I'm collaborating with the James Beard Foundation on 10 essential establishments in Chinatown, and I want to feature you as one of them.
Yeah, because that list was crazy because it had restaurants that have been here for 100 years.
Actual establishments.
Yeah, not a bucket and a burrito. And that's why it was so important to our growth too, because once we started getting more popularity, we got the cease and desist.
That was a Friday that we got the cease and desist letter saying that if you don't stop by the end of the day, we're going to sue you.
So I went to Pilo. I was like, yo, Pilo, this is our situation. And I was like, this thing is about to be huge now. I promise you, this is about to be dope. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking to me. You got to go talk to Gus. So then Gus is walking out. I was like, yo, Gus, this is a situation. We're kind of in a pinch. And I know you guys can use your kitchen on weekends. But is there any possibility that we could maybe sling our burritos out of your bodega?
They were so kind.
Yeah. And it was a great learning experience too. Because we got to work on
being in a kitchen. Yeah.
Working together, learning the language behind, learning how to turn around food quicker. Then we started getting more press.
Instagram, TikTok. Every week I was like, how did they hear about us?
So those reels started going so viral for all the influencers, where a lot of the influencers were like, yo, we need this burrito to go viral too. So it was mutually beneficial too. Yeah. We've done a pretty good job at just growing this company, but we couldn't have been able to do it without that. We were in the ones for
about a year. At that point, I was just ready to do something else, and with work, comparing how I felt working on this business and with work, I was like, I think I wanted to devote more time to this. And then got a DM about working at this market at Ali Ali, which is where we are now. But we took the meeting because something about the spirit of this food hall, it was more than just a food hall. And one of the things they said is we're really about the community, and we're really focused on art and fashion for this one. And then we came, and it's just very different from the other food halls. The other vendors, a lot of them were also COVID babies. It just felt like a good place where I could learn, being around other chefs, being in the kitchen.
The growth has been insane. even doing like EatzCon. EatzCon was a crazy chapter. We had people telling us they flew out for the burrito. The 3-hour wait line, and the line is just insane. I mean,
I think that was the first time we had a team, someone besides you and me cooking. I think a great thing being in this new neighborhood is that a lot of people that come haven't even heard about a scallion pancake. They haven't had pernil, and it's a great way to, you know, expose people to our cultures.
It's one of those things that we're at the right place at the right time.
And you think about Forsyth Firescape and how it started, you know, it's hard work, like so much hustle and grind, but so much of it is luck too. So many things that happen could only have happened if this thing was there and that and that and that led to this, you know. I just feel very blessed.
Now we're just trying to work on new recipes. Chef is going crazy working on new recipes. Next chapter, me and Isabel are no longer together, but we're still kicking ass all the time.
What we're doing here is greater than either of us, and like what we're able to share and bring to our communities, and like the impact that we can have is greater than our personal feelings. And so, I mean, it's hard.
It's very hard.
I'll tell you, it's hard, especially because like the reason we work so well together is because we're so different. Theme for this year for Forsyth is growth, and you know, we have a lot of things that we're working on and very excited to bring out, and it's
recipes, pop-ups.
It's an exciting time.
Yeah, for sure.